Hello kids, in today's class we are going to start with the next topic, multiplication of fraction. So we have two concepts in this. The first one is multiplication of a fraction with a whole number, and the second one is multiplication of a fraction with another fraction. Okay, so let us start with the first topic where we have to multiply a fraction with a whole number. So kids, whenever we say multiplication, what is multiplication? Multiplication is basically repeated addition, right? We know this, that multiplication is repeated addition. Example, if I write 4 plus 4 plus 4, this will give me 12, and I can also write this as 3 times 4, right? 3 times this number 4. This will also give me the same number 12. So similar thing we have in fractions also. That is, if I write one fraction 3 by 4 plus 3 by 4 plus 3 by 4, let's say, and let's try to add this, we have the same denominator. I can keep it as is and then add the numerators. This will give me 9 by 4. 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. Also, I can write it in the form of a multiplication as 3 into, that is 3 times 3 by 4. 3 times this fraction, like how we were writing 3 times 4, the given whole number. Okay, so in the case of fractions also we are using the same concept. So this will also give me 9 by 4. The things are exactly same. Okay, now there are few cases where denominator is not given to us and we consider the fractions. So in the case of multiplying a fraction with another fraction, we are taking now multiplying a fraction with another fraction. So let's see what we have here. I'm taking here one fraction 2 by 3 and I am multiplying this with another fraction, say 1 by 4. Okay, so when we multiply the fractions, we multiply the numerator of the first fraction with the numerator of second fraction, and here we multiply the denominator of first fraction with the denominator of second fraction. Here 1 represents the first fraction and 2 represent the second fraction. This is first fraction, this is second fraction. Okay, I am denoting these fractions as 1 and 2 here. So how we can write this as 2 multiplied by 1 and 3 multiplied by 4. So this will give us 2 divided by 12. This is the required fraction here. And then if we want to reduce it further, we can do it because we know that we have 2 as a common factor here. So we have 2 into 1, 2 into 6. We will get 1 by 6 as the product of these two fractions. Okay, so I hope this is clear how we are multiplying the fractions. We are multiplying the numerators with numerators and denominators with denominator. And in the end, what are we getting in the product? We will see if we can reduce it to the lowest term. Okay, so this is one way of doing it. This is the first method where we are directly multiplying the numerators with numerator and dividing the multiplying the denominators with denominator. Also, with the second method, we can solve this question as like this: 2 by 3 into 1 by 4. See kids, we know that all the numerators, they are in division with the denominators here. 2 by 3 means this numerator is, that is 2, it has to be divided into 3 parts, but into these 3 fractions. Okay, so how we can also solve this as we can see if we have any common factors between the numerators and the denominator. Okay, so we will start from the first fraction itself. Like how we have 2 by 3, we know that there is no common factor between 2 and 3. Okay, so we will leave it as is. Second, we will see the second fraction 1 by 4. There is no common factor between 1 and 4. So we will also leave it as is. Now we will see whether we can we have any common factors between the numerator of the first and the denominator of the second, or the numerator of the second and the denominator of the first. Okay, so in this case we know that we have 2 as a common multiple of both 2 and 4. So let us do this. 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into 2 is 4. So in the numerator we are left with this 1, multiply with this 1, and in the denominator we have 3 as is, multiply with this 2 because we have divided this 4 with 2, so we have got 2 here, so answer will be 1 by 6. Okay, so this is the second method where we can divide the numerator and denominator of both the fractions. Okay, but you always have to keep one thing in mind here, that we will always divide the numerator with denominators. We will never divide the numerator, sorry, we will never divide the numerator with numerator or denominator with denominator. That would be wrong. What I mean to say here is, I cannot divide 2 with 1 here, and this will be wrong. And I cannot divide this 3 with 4, denominator with denominator. This will be also wrong. The numerator will always be divided with the denominator. Okay, so like this scenario, we have many more things which we can practice. I'm taking another example here. I'm taking this example given as 5 by 4 multiply with 12 by 9, and I will, these are two fractions which we have to multiply, and I will try to do this with second method where we are dividing the numerators and denominators of both the fractions. Okay, keeping in mind that numerator will be divided only with the denominators, right? And we cannot divide both the numerators together, we cannot divide both the denominators together. So let's see, we have 5 by 4. This do not have any common factor, we can leave it as is. Now coming to 12 by 9, we know in this scenario we have 3 as common factor of both of this. So we have 3 into 3 and 3 into 4. Okay, so when we have done this, I'm writing this again so that it is more clearer. We are left with 4 here and we are left with 3 here. So now again we will try to see, this cannot be reduced further, this cannot be reduced further. Now let us try to divide them across. 5 and 3, they do not have any common factor, but 4 and 4, they have a common factor 4. So I'm dividing 4 and 4, 1 will come here, 1 will come here. So we are left with now 5 multiplied by 1 in the numerator and 1 multiplied by 3 in the denominator, which will give us 5 by 3. Okay, so I hope this is clear how we are doing it. First, we are trying to simplify the given fraction themselves, and after once that is done, then we are trying to multiply, we are trying to divide them with the numerator or denominator of the other fraction. Okay, so now with this, let us try to do question exercise 6H here. Color to find the answer. 4 times 2 by 3. So this 2 by 3 is given to us as 4 times, right? And now this is also written in the form of addition. 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3. So this will become what, kids? 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 will be 8 by 3. And also directly if you multiply here, this will also be 8 by 3. Okay, so now how we have to do this? What we have to do here is we have to color the given portions to find out what is 8 by 3 here. Okay, I am shading this with red color. So this is 1, just shade it throughout. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have shaded 8 portions here in across these 3 bars given. Similarly, kids, you can pick this second question for homework. And now let's move to the another question. Multiply, give the answer in the lowest form. So now what we have to do is we have to multiply, and also we have to reduce the fraction to the lowest form. Okay, let's do the first one. First one we have is 7 multiplied by 1 with 2. So kids, when we do such questions, we are just multiplying half with a whole number. So we are multiplying 7 into 1 by 2. This will be 7 by 2. We have 7 in the numerator. We do not have anything in the denominator. We can also take it as 1. So this will sometime, this you can also write this as 7 into 1 and 1 into 2 here. So this is 7 by 2. Okay. Now let me do C part. It says 2 by 7 of 14. So whenever we write of, that means we are saying multiplication. Of means multiplication. What we are saying is we have to find the 2 by 7th part of 14. Okay, we are taking out 2 by 7th part of 14. So now we do not have anything in the denominator of 14. We will make it as 1. Okay, and now just see, 2 by 7 cannot be reduced further, 14 by 1 cannot be reduced further. But we now what we will do, we will see across. 2 and 1 cannot be reduced further, but 7 and 14, they are factors of 7. So 7 into 1, 7 into 2. So in the numerator, we have 2 multiplied with 2, and in the denominator, we have 1 into 1. So this will give us 4 as the answer. Okay, now I'm doing two more questions. I'm doing H part where we have to find the 3 by 4th part of 32. So we have 3 by 4 of 32. So 3 by 4 of 32 will be written as what? It will be written as 3 by 4 of 32. Like this, of will be replaced with multiply. And now we do not have anything in the denominator of 32. So I am writing it as 32 by 1. Now let us try to reduce it. 3 by 4, it doesn't have anything common. 32 by 1, it doesn't have anything common. Across 3 by 1, it doesn't have anything common. And 4 and 32, they both are factors of 4. So 4 into 1, 4 into 8. We are left with 3 into 8 in numerator, 1 into 1 in denominator. Answer will be 24. Okay, easy. Last part, J, where we have 8 by 17 of 1. So kids, 8 by 17 cannot be reduced further. It's the lowest term. When we multiply it with 1, also we have 1 in the denominator. We will get the same fraction because this is what we are actually doing. 8 into 1, 17 into 1. That means 8 by 17. Okay, easy. So kids, this is how we have to multiply the fractions with the whole numbers. Now let us move, and the questions which I have not done, I have not picked, they are marked as homework for you. Okay, you have to pick those questions for homework, and if you have any queries, you can always check with me. Now let us move to question number 3, and I am picking the B part here. Now what we are doing is we are multiplying the fraction with another fraction. So this cannot be reduced further. This cannot be reduced further. Okay. Across 2 and 5, they are not in the, they do not have common factor. 3 and 4, they do not have common factor. So what we are going to do? Multiply them straight away. Numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. So answer will be 8 by 15. And when you see this fraction, we do not have any common factor. Okay. So this is done. Now I'm picking D part here. We have 5 by 3, 7 by 4. Both the fractions are already reduced to their lowest form. When we see across, 5 and 4 do not have common factor, 3 and 7 do not have common factor. So we can straight away multiply them to get the answer. 5 into 7 is 35, 4 into 3 is 12. Okay, this is also done, easy. Now let's do question number F. In F, we have 2 by 5 with 2 by 7. Both are reduced fractions. Across also, if you see, 2 and 7 do not have common factor. 2 and 5 do not have common factor. So, simple. Multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. Answer will be 4 and 35. 4 by 35 is the answer. So, kids, likewise, you can pick the other fractions. Okay. Now, let us move to question number 4 here. And in the question number 4, what we have to do is we have to multiply them first. And once we multiply, we get the product. We have to simplify before the last step. What does that mean? That means if we are able to divide the numerators with the denominators, we have to do that. We have to reduce the fraction to its lowest term here. Okay, let's do it. Question number 4, B part. I'm picking B part. 1 by 6 into 9 by 4. 1 by 6 is already reduced. 9 by 4 is also reduced. It cannot be reduced further. Now, 1 and 4, we will see across. 1 and 4, they do not have any common factor, but 6 and 9 do have. They have 3 as a common factor. So, 3 into 3 is 9, 3 into 2 is 6. So, in the numerator, we have 1 multiply with 3. Denominator, we have 2 multiply with 4. That is 3 by 8. And we have got the product. Also, when we check this, we see that is the lowest term and it cannot be reduced further. Next, I picked this one. Let me pick the C1 now. In C1, we have 5 by 33 into 11 by 2. So this do not have common factor, numerator and denominator. And here also it do not have any common factor. Across, 5 and 2 do not have any common factor, but 11 and 3 do have. They have 11 as the common factor. So we have 11 into 1, 11 into 3. So in the numerator, we have 5 into 1. In the denominator, we have 3 into 2. So 5 by 6 is the answer, required product. Okay, this is easy. Next, let's do the D part. 5 by 8 into 8 by 15. Okay, so this is reduced, this is reduced. Now let us see across. We know 5 and 15, they both have 5 as common factor. So this is 5 into 1, 5 into 3. Done. And also when we see 8 and 8, they have 8 as common factor. So 8 into 1, 8 into 1. So that means in the numerator, we have this one multiply with this one. And in the denominator, we have this one left one and 3. So the answer will be 1 by 3. Okay, easy. So kids, these questions, they are very, very easy. You should just know the common factors and you need a little bit of practice. Now, let us do question number H. In H, we have 2 by 3 into 9 by 14. So these two fractions are already reduced. Now let us see across. 2 and 14, they have 2 as common factor. 2 into 1, 2 into 7. And 3 and 9, they also have common factor 3. 3 into 1, 3 into 3. So in the numerators, we have 1 multiplied by 3, this 1 and this 3. Denominator is 1 and 7. 1 into 7. So answer will be 3 by 7, which is a reduced fraction also, and the product of these two fractions. So kids, like this, you have to pick the other questions as homework. And if you have any confusion here, you can always ask me. Okay? And I will see you all in the next class now. Thank you.